Welcome, guys. This is welcome to our India-Singapore cross-border meet between Bringle Academy and Women Lines. These are the two platforms, womenlines.com and bringleacademy.com, which are bringing the world's most unique opportunity now to have best of the virtual university platform along with a branding platform across the globe. With this, you can reach to all the countries across the globe, 190 plus countries which we are having. We are now currently present in 25 plus countries. Apart from that, we have viewership from 140 plus countries with a viewership of around 200 million plus viewers. And Women Lines themselves have a huge amount of followers and with them. And I think Charu would be speaking about it. So with this, thank you, Charu, for accepting our introduction and this partnership between India and Singapore.
My
Would
pleasure.
like
Thank you so
would
much.
like you to speak about little bit about Women Lines, how they are reaching it to the various segments,
Yep.
specifically women empowerment.
Thank you so much, Aisha, for such a brilliant introduction. And it's my pleasure to be on the show and share about Women Lines and our strategic partnership, which we are planning out. And I'm really, there's lots of excitement in the team that really we can do so much together globally. So, yes, I'm running online magazine womenlines.com. It's present on 6 social media platforms. So, the idea is that I strongly believe women are what they read. And with this intention, I started 1.5 years back, womenlines.com. The intention was to have a weekly magazine which can share empowering content from across the world from the influencers who are experts in their field. And weekly, people are receiving on their email these powerful dosage of a mindset, health, entrepreneurship, job skills, leadership skills, and so many other topics which can help women to excel in life so that they can excel in their career and raise their family powerfully. So that was the intention to start womenlines.com. So we have reached out to influencers from across the world and they are sharing amazing content. Plus, we are having various shows like Health is Wealth show, Books for Excellence show, Super Jiva show, and Entrepreneur of the Month show, where we are covering entrepreneurs, we are taking interviews, we are providing branding campaigns for books, products, services, and many other offerings. So yes, digital world is quite exciting. And as we are reaching out globally through the website, the presence, the top out of top 10 countries, the top 4 countries, the visitors are from US, India, Singapore, UK. So I'm having a strong belief that online we can really we can reach out amazingly to the right people who we want to reach out. And so much can be done that it has to be leveraged properly. So that was the intention behind when you shared about Bringle Academy and various other offerings. I certainly believe that it should be getting a promotion and it should be talked about and people should be knowing about these services so that they can really avail for their benefit. So once we have started Women Lines and reaching out globally, we are reaching out in the neighboring countries also. Australia is there, UAE is there, and then we have partnership. Africa is there. So globally, it's very easy to reach out to the right crowd. And now, because of digital marketing, because of all the social media platform support, I'm so grateful to all social media platform founders that they have started such wonderful platforms, wonderful initiatives, which are helping solopreneurs like us to do real work and reach out to people without much efforts and without much budget, because that's a concern for everybody. So it has to be used smartly and it has to be leveraged smartly. So that's the intention behind womenlines.com. So same way, I would love to ask you, Anshuv, also, Bringle Academy, I have read, you have shared so much, but please share more about Bringle Academy and what are the offerings right now you are providing?
Thanks, Charu, for such a detailed explanation about what all you are doing. And I think I must applaud you for whatever the work you are doing, being a solopreneur, being a woman, probably and in a different country than India, which I know that every country has their own way of promoting women,
Correct.
uh, but starting something of your own in a country like Singapore, and with all the effort, sitting at home, making it as a virtual big platform, it really requires a lot of energy and time and passion around it.
Thank you
And
so much for that. Thank
and
you.
and really believe I'm very sure that you will be able to achieve your vision. You'll be able to, touch so many women lives across the world, which will actually empower them and help them to grow in their own lives.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Uh,
Please,
com-
please share about Bringle Academy.
Coming back to Bringle Academy, we started around 4 years ago with a simple vision of creating a training company,
Okay.
which eventually changed into a platform-based orientation of blended learning platform. Uh, and we developed a complete blended learning platform with one-on-one mentoring, live classrooms, content curation platform, along with virtual labs, which will be either in the form of 2D, 3D, augmented reality, virtual reality platform, and
Okay.
which can be integrated, and mentors can interact with the mentees all across the globe virtually through our
Fantastic.
platform.
Fantastic.
So that was the original intention when we started off. We filed our patent way back in December 2017 for
Mhm.
the end-to-end skills profiling. Now, why does this concept comes in? If you would see, we actually focus upon making a human, finding out the core skill sets of every individual, developing them holistically to become a skills champ, and ultimately provide them the right opportunities either for the job or for the business or something of their own they want to start up. So we wanted to create an ecosystem, a tech-based ecosystem, which will
Uh-huh.
be more data oriented,
Mhm.
more technology oriented, and it has more global and virtual reach.
Okay.
Because in today's scenario, the biggest challenge in an for a mentor or a mentee is to find them at the at the right place. And it is currently every education system is working very locally. So you will have your local partners working on in a particular domain.
Okay.
uh, they may or may not have a suitable number of candidates at that particular area, but they definitely have a lot of audience, probably in anywhere part of the globe. It can be anywhere across the globe.
This is
And
something very interesting.
and similarly, for the people who are looking for support, who are looking for mentorship, who are looking for some guidance, career counseling, they really do not have right mentors with them. They do not have right tools with them. They
Correct.
do not have platforms available where they can actually go through and understand, what are their core skill sets. Then there has to be somebody who will work with them individually to hone their skill sets and ultimately assist them into a suitable career field which they should be at.
Beautiful.
Even after they reach to that, they identify or they reach to a career level, they're not happy. So there is a McKinsey study which says that 80% of the reason for the for the attrition is because they were hired at the wrong place, which means either my HR team is also struggling to find out the right candidates.
Correct. It takes time and
Exactly. So it's not just about the time, it is also about, the kind of matching. So they spend a lot of amount or energy and time in doing psychometric tests, various other domain-based tests, having a higher learning curve in the organization. And eventually they will realize that the person who was hired at that place was actually not fit. So which actually questions the entire recruitment process out of it, while there is a lot of money which has already been spent onto it. Which
that's the one part of Bringle Academy, bringing
That's
the
the one core part of
academy.
the Bringle Academy. So we kind of bridge the gap between the people of identifying their core skill sets, putting
Correct.
it back into artificial intelligence backed system of ours, do the data analytics, and then ultimately match it up to the respective job roles which they actually should be processing, and bringing the jobs for them relative to that. So that's the long term vision which we have for Bringle Academy. We have
Can
been
you
able.
highlight about the women empowerment program? Because that's something we are really excited to know about it.
Sure. So from there, what happened is that when we started going back into the market, we realized there are certain zones, certain areas which are very much required, and this kind of a platform is a need for everybody. So we actually converted this platform to be leveraged out for other mentors as well. And there is one very specific segment which we have identified and which we feel is completely sitting, untouched today, or they need real support. And we call that as a restart crisis for them, and which is housewives, the women which has to leave their career, which has to leave their jobs because they have a child with them. They want to take care of their family, they want to take care of their child.
Very true.
The challenge here is that while they leave their jobs or career at the time when their child is small, by the time their child grows up to the age of 10 years or more than 10 years, that same child actually doesn't need that mother for them to take
Very
care
true.
of.
Life is
So,
busy for all students nowadays. So she has to use her talent for herself. So how can
exactly,
you help her?
exactly. So what happens is there are two basic major challenges which comes in along with that. One challenge which comes in is that when they leave the jobs, can they do something of their own without impacting their schedule with their family, do
Very
something freely, as per their own convenient time, and
correct.
what they can do. And frankly, when they have got so much of experience, be it 3 years, 5 years, 10 years in the industry, they are the ones for which people are looking across the globe. People are looking forward for such kind of mentors with
Talent.
them. And that is where we started leveraging out this platform to all the mentors. And definitely we have realized that women are the first important segment into this, which could be the potential users for this platform. So we actually converted this platform of user base. Rather than that, we started reaching out to the mentors or to the women who have the expertise, who have the knowledge, but they are not able to really grow and utilize their expertise and earn money out of it, so that by the time their children is grown, they don't have to literally waste that time. They can utilize that time, enhance their knowledge, experience it with other people, have some followers base, and when they have suitable amount of time, we definitely help them out to set up their own institutes, skill development centers with our own curriculum, own planning, so they can actually become an entrepreneur at any point in time with us. So they can be a solopreneurs, there can be an entrepreneurs, there can be
And the beauty is
doing
always
their own.
planning digitally. They don't have to go anywhere. So from their home, they can set up
Exactly.
everything. To the laptop, they can teach students across the globe. And yes, they can have their own identity. That's something awesome. I'm
Exactly,
excited about
exactly,
to share with my
exactly.
network.
So that is something very unique which we are bringing in. And I would also want to highlight, and because this is one of the question which many mentors ask, how this platform is very different from Coursera or Udemy,
Yeah, Udemy,
which are
totally.
already e-learning programs, and they are conducting that.
Correct.
And you can, in today's scenario, you can do Zoom calls and everything into it, and which will work out for them. So what is the differentiator which we are bringing in
What's the
at
US? Yeah.
bringleacademy?
So what's the USP for Bringle Academy?
Right. So see, I'll just answer it in a different way. Udemy, Coursera, Zoom, all three platforms put together, they will only be a part of around 10% of what we have in our platform. So all the features of Coursera, Udemy's or Zoom, if you combine all of them, we probably would have all of them covered in our platform only with around 20 to 25% of the case. So there is
Okay.
another 80% of the platform which is very different from these platforms, which are actually very big, but I don't know how many people are really using it. So just for giving an example, uh, from a cost perspective as well,
Mhm.
uh, in a live classroom. So we call we use Zoom platform to
Okay.
enable our platform on the top of it. So there is a complete user-based authorization, there is a mentor-based authorization, there is a
Okay.
recording feature. It goes into a private cloud, which is a SaaS-based platform. It
Okay.
goes into a very secured server. Only mentor can access that. Mentor can give a one-click access to the mentees for them to refer it out till a certain period of time. So they can define all of that, which in a normal Zoom account, you don't have an option.
Very true.
And the best part of it, not only this, Apart from that, you get the content curation platform, which
Yeah.
means that you can use your existing content. You really do not need an editor. You can
Okay.
just put up your content on YouTube in a private mode of your YouTube channel, come to my platform, link it up, and you define into that the timing of start time and end time. So
Okay.
basically, even if it is a 1 hour video, you don't need an editor. You can just define this video should play from this moment to this moment, and that becomes your complete content being curated. You can actually curate it into different sections, subsections, depending on how do you want to, design that instructionally. It's kind of an instructional design which you can do on the platform, and that is the reason we call it as content curation platform rather than e-learning platform.
That's the beauty of technology, I will say, because the way you have connected everything is awesome and it's sounding really very interesting. That how everything is set up, and it will be easier for on the part of the user that they have to just focus on the content quality and the way they are delivering, and everything is taken care by a Bringle Academy. That's really
Exactly. So they themselves can set up their existing content either in the form of PDF, Word, PowerPoint, Excel. They can embed it, use it, interact with the people. There is a private discussion forum which users can follow, ask questions with the mentor, interact with each other. It can come to an email. So all the social media or WhatsApp kind of features are available in that content platform. They
great.
can mentor can share any kind of external links, and they don't have to go outside the platform, outside the course. Everything can be put up inside the course. They can define the cost as per their own. There are two currencies which we are talking about there, INR or USD. They can define, so they can collect international payments as well. uh, so that way it brings out the more cross-border advantage for the users. The third part, which is also our very uniqueness into it, and not in fact, this is one platform which is currently not available anywhere across the globe. There are lot of mentor aggregators you would find who would say that these are the profile of the platform mentors. Then somebody has to administrator it, in terms of aligning it with a certain mentor and mentee. But in our case, it's a predefined calendar schedule, pre-priced calendar, charges for a 30 minutes mentoring, one-on-one mentoring session by the mentor.
Okay.
Mentee has to just come in, select the timing, pay the prices, and get on a Zoom call at a particular time. And
Yeah.
this one-on-one mentoring has an auto cutoff with a grace period of 15 minutes. So that gives them an advantage to control and ensure the quality of the time which mentor is spending. And it protects the time of the mentor, that, they are paid only for 30 minutes and they will be given only for that. And it will save off their, it will be completely their name, email. I mean, names are there any which way, the profiles they can attach, but their mobile numbers, email IDs, all are confidential. So
Okay.
nobody can reach out to you. So women, especially women, because this could be a
Yeah.
security issue.
Great
Uh,
to hear there.
with our platform, there is no concern like that. They can still connect to them with the video meetings like this. They can still have a recording feature into that which they can refer it later on. Apart from that, we also provide a online psychometric test and multiple intelligence test which can be leveraged, which can be done for any of the user which they are mentee which they want to, and get benefited out of it. So they can actually use that report to know more about the mentee before even suggesting or consulting something onto them. So that gives a unique advantage. And the best part is, apart from that, this whole content, if they want to run, we also run concepts like Bringle Talk. Charu, you're very well aware about it.
Yes, I am
uh,
doing it, and it's really quite fruitful, and I'm really loving it.
so there is another concept of Bringle blended meetups wherein we can connect mentors or people across the globe, have a virtual panel discussions, and all these aspects. Plus these learning programs, we can make it really blended. So blended will have two components. One would be, we can also do it in multiple locations simultaneously while trainer
Yes.
is sitting at one location. So that support we can provide it. That's a little offline support which we provide, but that can be provided to them as per their need. Otherwise, virtually they can do it. They can use this platform for a calendaring or a scheduling option for their offline trainings as well. So they don't need to really go anywhere when it comes to payment gateway, when it comes to scheduling, when it comes to their training criteria,
Everything will be in one
FAQs,
place.
discussions, one-on-one, live, everything put together is everything available into this. This is it's the world's first cross-border platform which takes care of entire components of an online university platform. So anything and everything you find it in university, you have the components available here on the online version here with a blended version.
So this you have spoken about the technology, the setup, and how the mentors can be part of it. But how you're taking care of the marketing and the reach out? Can you highlight on that part of it?
Great. I think that I'm happy that you asked for that because once these mentors comes in, they will immediately need the marketing support. They will
Reach.
need that initial kickoff to go into the market. And because they are mentors, they are good in their subject knowledge, but they don't have marketing experience.
Yeah, why they
So
will put their time on marketing? So yeah, how bringers take
exactly.
care?
So that is where I think, Charu, we would be looking forward from you also to give our mentors a
Definitely.
more exposure to the Singapore and the more cross-border global advantage which you have on your platform. So apart from that, we also provide digital marketing services to them. We also provide them virtual assistant services in terms of lead generation, lead follow-up, arranging a calls with the mentor, then even training management and linking onto that. So it becomes a complete virtual executive assistant services which they don't have to even bother about, because today the biggest challenge is that even though the mentors are spending anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 every month
Okay.
just to maintain a basic digital marketing,
Reach out.
some
Yeah.
training management, governance, project management, and even after that they're not able to properly do it because half of the time they're actually into their sessions, so they don't have time to govern their teams. So their
Okay.
teams probably are probably not that efficient. Most of the times it is only 25 or 30% efficiency which they get in.
So it
Rest
all
of the
depends upon the choice of the mentor, what services they want to avail, and they can plan out as per their need.
yeah,
Because
so
we
what
have
we
all
do
the
is
services. The
yes,
virtual assistant
exactly.
is there, the digital marketing team is there, and then the whole team is there who can support them for their back end thing. So it all depends upon the mentors, what service they want to avail, and they can reach out to Bring an Academy and take that service.
Exactly. And so what happens, Charu, here is that there are three kind of packages, initial kickoff packages, which we can help
Yeah,
them out
that's
to
a good
make them
point
work.
to have made. Please
It goes,
elaborate.
yes. So one of the packages, which is just an introductory platform. So they will be able to get all the three platforms accesses on our platform with a training on how to use the platform with a 90% royalty of all the revenues being generated on the platform.
Okay.
And this is the best part which you must listen to it. This all platform comes at a cost less than the Zoom cost, which you will pay only for the Zoom account, which is
Okay.
10,000 rupees per annum, or if it is in a USD value, it is $199 per annum per mentor platform, and they can do unlimited amount of training programs, one-on-one mentoring, or courses on upload onto that.
This is a
And
type of registration fees to get registered with Bring the Academy.
yeah, so that's a subscription platform.
Subscription type.
They
Really.
do get the one-on-one mentoring onboarding free of cost. We don't charge for that. So
Hmm.
they can onboard, they can create their profile on the platform, which is a one-on-one mentoring platform, free of cost. The only
Okay.
difference is their royalty sharing would be 50% over there.
Okay.
But when it comes to subscribing of the platform, because anyways when they start their training business or training mentoring thing for an online training classes, they will need a separate payment gateway, they will
Correct.
need a separate Zoom account for that.
Very
All
true.
of that is being taken care of along with the recording access and everything, so their administrative and technical part is all being taken care of, and they
Okay.
get everything in the cost as equivalent to Zoom. So
Fantastic.
which is the
Sounds
biggest
really good.
advantage. The second thing which we can also help them out is a Kickstarter package, wherein we give them a 1 year website content development for them, website development, their own branding onto that, link up with our integrated with our platform, so that
Okay.
whenever somebody wants to do one-on-one mentoring or classes, that can be linked with a 1 year of domain hosting, email ID, the G Suite ID, the 30 GB Google Drive space for their space, and with again with a 1 month of digital marketing campaign for them. So it becomes a kind of initial kickoff for them to create their own brand and quickly set up their own shop and start working.
Okay.
The third package would be more on a retention package, wherein this entire package, along with that, they will also get a 3 months virtual assistant services along with digital marketing services.
Okay.
So that will cost around a lakh of rupees spread across 3 months. But again, they will have a website, content, and support for the entire 1 year. They can do one Bringle Talks every month live on our YouTube channel to gain access. They will be promoted in all our cross-border ecosystems. Whenever we will be getting some businesses anywhere across the globe. They will be reached out for the businesses they can give it to. So they will get a lot of B2B opportunities as well from our side. So these are the different ecosystem benefits which we develop, because apart from the tech platform, we also develop the cross-border ecosystem. So right now we have got our UK entity. So we have a UK subsidiary along with the UK government. We are working with Australian entity with an Australian government. We are very strong in Netherlands, Ireland, Norway, Finland. We are getting into. We are there in South Africa, Kuwait, Middle East and UAE parts of it. Typically like Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman, Dubai. Then we have some connects in China, Germany, South Africa. We are developing. So quite a variety of countries which we are spreading across, and we have a target to have presence in 100 plus countries by the 2020 end. Now you may say that it looks very ambitious, 100 plus countries, but believe me, we achieved our 25 countries target in 3 months.
That's awesome.
That's the kind of reach which we have currently.
Fantastic. So yeah, the reach out is there, the visibility is there. Then it depends upon the expert herself or himself, that how much active she is and how much effort she is putting for her branding. So I will say this is a platform to brand your expertise, and then you leverage on the services with Bringle Academy, and then you reach out globally. So it takes time. It is not like that you register and things happen, but definitely it has a bright future. And once you start, I'm sure it is going to be awesome for any mentor across the globe.
I am very sure, Charu. In fact, I would really wanted to have this discussion and an introduction to people, because the kind of women-focused branding which you have gotten across the globe will definitely be helpful for the women who want to restart their career.
Right.
They probably cannot do the regular corporate jobs, or they want to come out of their corporate jobs because they want their own free time.
Definitely.
And
We have
it's
both sections. We have both sections across the globe.
exactly
Who want
and
to have something on their own and who want to use their skills, which they're not able to do that. So for both, this is a very lucrative offer, and they should be availing it. It all depends how fast we reach out to them. That's
exactly, because everybody needs such kind of platform right now, and
correct.
they are. And see, while we are talking about women, it is equivalent to any mentor for that matter. Anybody who would like to put their expertise on the platform globally.
Correct.
But yes, we would really want to put more focus on women, because they are the ones who are sacrificing a lot
There's
traditionally.
so much talent. I believe there's
Exactly.
so much talent they're having.
Exactly.
Should be used.
I do agree that. In fact, nowadays I see in a lot of organization, every senior management is now becoming a women powered senior management
Leader. Yeah,
organization
the
now.
women leadership is the buzz now, and
Exactly.
more and more women should be actively participating in that.
And they're really doing very good. They're very focused. They're
Correct.
very committed. They
Hard
know
work.
their expertise. They don't take any kind of nonsense around. Okay, I just focused on work. Focus, the energy is too much, and I'm really proud to say Bringle Academy is also a 90. In fact, I would say what 96% women focused equity
Wow.
company.
Hats off.
So it's all women there.
We have a wonderful lady with us. We'd love to listen from her also. Hi, Sharmila.
Hi.
We'll love to know from you about the Vardhan. You can share it in details what exactly Vardhan Association is and what are you into?
Okay, Ansham has given you a lot of information on the business
Yes,
and how we are going about it.
correct.
The the other part is giving back to society.
Very true.
And both of us, both Ansham and I, are very sure of doing that as well.
Okay.
So we have got Vardhan with us,
Okay.
and it began with this that uh, somewhere we have to give back
To
and
society.
uh, give in such a manner that people are provided livelihoods,
Okay. So
not
how you
not
doing that?
not not livelihoods.
Yeah. So how you are doing
No,
that?
when you look at training a person, the way we say that you teach somebody to fish, it's for life. I mean,
Correct. Definitely.
but if you give a fish, well, you're feeding a person 1 day, 2 days. But you teach somebody to fish, you are going to
Forever.
provide uh, a lifetime of learning how to fish, and uh, you don't remain hungry.
Very true.
So that's the premise. And we look at a lot of things in that sense. Uh, One is the uh, women that we have.
Okay.
Women empowerment, as we have, as Anshab has uh, told you.
Yes, we
So
have the 19th
a
century
lot of
women.
it is going to be looking at livelihoods. So that happens. The other is we have uh, healthy vegan living. So you're looking at health, wellness, uh, looking at food as a medium of health.
Okay.
So vegan living. Now, vegan would mean not animal products anywhere in your life. So that's not just vegetarian diet. It has to be in your clothing, in your usage of leather,
But
a whole lifestyle
lifestyle. It's a
changes.
lifestyle. I agree. This is
Yes.
the style
So
you're talking
we will be looking at a lot of things in environment as well,
about. Okay.
saving animals. Uh, uh, in fact, a lot of it is uh, having to do with cruelty to animals.
So it's taking care of the environment. Yeah.
Even a small thing like manja, uh,
Okay.
the thread.
String. Yeah, the string for the kite.
Uh, when we have this kite festivals here in Gujarat, a lot of birds get uh, hurt and
Because of the.
terribly hurt. So
Okay.
we have people here in Gujarat who set up camps to help these winged fellows. So we are doing a lot of things there. Environment, solar is one, water conservation is one.
Okay.
Basically, you're looking at uh, living
Various aspects.
within the means of the planet.
It's beautiful, I
Don't
think.
kill the planet to live.
Okay, fantastic to know. Shiv will highlight something about it, like how Vardhan and Bringle are associated, or it's a say, part of Bringle.
Vardhan is an entity by itself, but yes, it is within the family.
Bringle.
I would
So,
say it is one part of the entire family that is Dwingle and Vardhan together.
Okay, working together for the environmental
Yes,
cause and the lifestyle cause.
very true.
thanks,
And
Awesome.
thanks, Sharmila, for that really good explanation. And I want to, kind of praise everybody here. She is one of the fighter which I've seen in my. I've never seen such a fighter in my life. And before I want to, I'll answer your question, Charu, how Bringal and
Yeah,
Vardhan are related. I actually
definitely.
want to
Love
put little focus back on Sharmila
to.
because Sharmila has her own story to share. And while she talks about it so cheerfully and she feels herself so privileged and, you know, uh, fortunate, but there was not every time. I mean, it was not very fortunate what happened with her when she was 5 years old. So she was just 5 years old when she was playing around and she woke up maybe after a couple of days in hospital, realizing she cannot walk. She actually fall down from the bed because she wanted to get up, and her body entire body was paralyzed. She got something called cerebral palsy,
Oh dear.
and the journey from there in terms of course there is a Bringle talk on her story on our YouTube channel if somebody want
Okay.
to see that. uh, but the point here is that while she got a lot of support, it's a personal motivation, the personal strength which needs to be built upon to overcome that
Not
situation.
easy. Definitely, it's not easy.
5 year old girl is very very small. You don't even
Very small.
know what it is. You can't even accept that factor that you were just running around and now you can't even
Yeah,
properly talk. And the
quite
way
difficult.
she has took her life, she has worked with a lot of international NGOs. She has
Okay.
worked with corporates in the last 30 years. She has
Beautiful.
worked with it. She's still working with Indian government. She is part
Beautiful.
of many
Inspiring.
universities out of it right now. She's teaching even today. Uh, she is doing lot of work on the segment of persons with disabilities. And Sharmila is also part of Bringle. She's a co-founder of Bringle as well. Along
Okay.
with she is a managing director for Vardhan.
Well done.
Uh, and Vardhan is a social enterprise which is promoted by Bringle. So all
Okay.
our revenues, 10% of the profits go straight away to Vardhan. And we do a
Okay.
lot of social causes. We do a lot of social work on that. So last year we sponsored the event of Run for AIDS. So it was an AIDS campaign which happened on the World's AIDS Day, which is I think on
Okay.
1st of December. Uh, and that's apparently my birthday as well.
Okay.
So we had actually sponsored that event. It was a marathon which we sponsored with ISAC, and we have taken up that initiative, and we wanted to bring out those uh, AIDS affected people who are actually now back to the world with their AIDS treatment or things. We wanted
Okay.
to bring them back into the ecosystem, and that's where we were supporting them. We were supporting them, giving them livelihoods, as Sharmila was talking about. So it is about various kind of disabilities or problems which can be which are difficult to taken care of. School dropouts, people are dropping out of the school. They don't know what to do. Typically on a restart crisis situations, wherever it is, we kind of work with that.
And how old is Vardhan as an entity? How old is for
So
how?
both Vardhan and Bringle actually born almost at the same time because once we started our business activities, since the start we wanted to have our social impact thing created out of that. So Vardhan
Total
is
how many
also
years
equivalent
for
three
Bringle or
years, three and a
years?
half years of
Three and a
Vardhan,
half years. Okay.
and similarly for Bringle as well. So our whole idea has been always to give back to the society. whatever we are earning because of them. And this is Vardhan is the way by which we do it.
Very lovely idea, and it's a very nice way to give back to society. And it's so nice you have thought about it and working together with Sharmila.
Thank you.
So lot of initiatives I think will be coming up with more. But with this, Charu, I would also want to know your thoughts. How do you think after knowing all these aspects, how
Yeah.
do you think what could be the benefits for the women or the users which you have with Women Lines right now?
We'll love to highlight. In fact, I want to start sharing on my platform as soon as possible about both opportunities. For women specifically, I'm quite excited because this is a super opportunity for women folk across the globe. It's just not Singapore I'm talking about because Women Lines is reaching across the globe. So I want to share with my whole network that this opportunity is there. And there are so many women entrepreneurs, women professionals who have their ideas they want to implement and they can leverage on Bringle Academy. So that's a beautiful idea of having your own identity, creating your own space where you can teach your expertise globally. That's a beautiful idea. And if they do it smartly and if they plan it out smartly, I think they can get benefit very soon. So we'll love to
And
share to
for
women.
everything we are there, Charu. For any support they need, we are available. We can support them at any level, and we have got the best of the partners with us who are working on this initiative.
Exactly. So definitely Women Lines will be putting efforts from now about sharing in the network, providing the marketing part as a digital partner for the program. And we will love to share in all 6 social media platforms. And as Women Line is by a website, we have got listing in top 40 magazine, online women's magazine. So I'm really excited about it to give visibility to all such opportunities to as many women across the globe. So that is one part. And for the mentors, that's a second opportunity. I will love to share with my network. Whoever are having their own setup, they are mentors, they are coaches, they are solopreneurs who can teach their expertise or who are coach and they are having their students. So why not leverage with the Bringle Academy and reach out to the Bringle Academy to other countries and they can have students from across the globe. So here comes, I think a role of Women Lines will be to share to help people understanding and then to connect Bringle Academy with people who are really in need of it. So I really want to put my efforts in that so that the right crowd is getting visibility about the services and we both can leverage and we can help them out and they can avail services from Bringle Academy.
Definitely. See, we want to help anybody, whoever are there. We actually changed our vision in the last 1 year because when we developed this platform, we wanted to use for us. That was our aim. But when we actually went back into the market, we realized there is a bigger need sitting out there. Everybody needs it. And everybody would not have that capacity or time or even inclination, maybe sometimes even knowledge or awareness about that something like this can be done. So that is the reason we thought we bring such kind of platform. And the another aspect we always work upon that it has to be affordable with good quality.
That's important because everybody has their own challenges and it takes time. It takes time to understand and put money and put effort. So yes, if Bringle Academy is really understanding and is supportive, I'm sure it is definitely going to get many registrants and many people who want to avail their services.
Sure, definitely. I think with this, I would just want to share maybe our introductory post which we have shared in the social media. I'll just share my screen for everybody so that they know what we are talking about.
Sure.
What are the different offerings which they can look at, and this will get recorded in this video, which anybody can see it then.
Very true. And we will be sharing on our platform soon all the content which we have decided so that they can have a look and have understanding what exactly we have offered them.
Yeah, so Bringle is in Singapore now, thanks to Charu and Women Lines for making us present in Singapore now. And that's our introductory post for that. Anybody who would like to reach for this initiative can reach out to bringleacademy.com/mentor/Women Lines. And you will be able to directly have a video connect or a meeting with Charu directly.
Yes, we can definitely handle it, and we'll love to understand their requirements and share more how the services can help them, and then Bringle Academy can take care from there.
Sure. This
So
is another women empowerment program which we're talking about. Uh, these are the service offerings which Charu, you were asking for the support. So there are
correct.
50 plus tasks where we can support them, uh,
For
and
the
the rates are
mentors and
pretty
the coaches,
affordable.
definitely.
Uh, these are our Bringle Academy's platform subscription model, wherein they can get the benefits on different of the various different platforms on the platform, just of the Zoom cost level.
Very true.
And these are the three introductory these are three packages which I spoke about, and
Everything
people
is
can
clear in this flyer. So I am sure that people will not find it difficult to understand, and they will be having pretty clarity about it.
Sure. So thank you so much, Charu. I think anything if you want to like to share about Women Lines, want to how you see the potential
Sure.
opportunity for Bringle and Women Lines, it would be great.
I will love to request everybody do subscribe Women Lines. We're not charging anything right now for that. It's a free subscription. So do visit www.womenlines.com and subscribe it. And we are having 6 social media platforms, and reach out to us because we are providing the branding campaigns. And if you are super achiever, if you are having a book you are proud of, you want to share the story with the world, you have some product or service or anything you want to share with the world, reach out to Women Lines. We'll love to provide the branding campaign. We are also inviting influencers from across the globe. If you are having expertise and you want to share your knowledge with the world, with the viewers and the subscribers, you're welcome as an influencer also at Women Lines. So you can reach out to me at contact@womenlines.com. It will be mentioned in the flyers also later. We will be sharing. And with Bringle Academy, we are going to initiate all the programs which we have just shared right now. Women Empowerment Program is there, and then the mentorship program is there where mentors can avail the virtual blended service for their work, and they can have services from the virtual assistants which Bringle Academy is providing. And then we can be sharing about all those programs, and we will be connecting people to Bringle Academy.
Yes, so I think thanks Charu for this, and anybody across the globe, especially sitting nearby to Singapore, maybe especially the South Asian countries, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, or I really don't know much of the geographical connects out there, but anybody who would like to reach from anywhere across the globe, do reach out to Charu and womenlines.com, because she is really passionate about women empowerment and the way she's trying to change the world and supporting them. And we are there with you, Charu. We are there to support you at any level, whatever support you need, whatever the good work you are doing. We will jointly take it to the cross border.
Thank you so
Women
much.
everywhere.
All the wishes and all the best to you also. It's a brilliant platform. My best wishes for the success. And yes, we are quite excited to work together and help each out.
Thank you so much, Charu. It was really nice
Thank
talking
you.
to you.
Pleasure. Thank you, Sharmila, for your time. Take care.
Bye-bye.